You have, haven't you?
I won't say it's impossible. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehvies, and today we're watching The Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian.
You know, you did this with Edmund the first time. I should have expected it.
Well,
Because...
I try to be consistent whenever possible.
And Ned Leeds is just sitting there.
Yeah. Try to find all the other things I did here.
Okay.
Oh.
You're gonna have to point them out to me because I can't see much. Oh. What is that on the top left?
That's just a Ho-Oh graphic that I had laying around. From when I had...
Ho-Oh.
Yeah, from when I had the Ho-Oh knock down one of the Twin Towers in Lord of the Rings.
Okay, what... Is there anything else?
Well, what's one of our other usual suspects?
Radigan?
Radigan should have been on here. I did not put Radigan on here.
Jonah?
Yes, yes.
Where is he?
I can even see... Like, I could have put Radigan next to the mouse that's in the lower right, too.
And you mean Reepicheep?
Yeah, Reepicheep. I didn't. I don't know
so
why
where
I
is
didn't.
Jonah?
No,
I think I see him on top of that castle.
Yes. All right. Now that our game of Where's Waldo has concluded, it is now time.
Right, let's get started
to watch the movie in 3, 2, 1.
So I ended up seeing this
4
in theaters
seconds
when
out
this,
of 0 minutes. VLC is doing that thing again.
Da, 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 da,
Disney made a habit out of playing both these movies and Harry Potter quite frequently on ABC.
So, what is your history with Prince Caspian?
I love the book. I don't remember if I've seen the whole movie. Because like I said, Disney used to play the Narnia films and Harry Potter constantly on ABC.
Which seems like a conflict of interest, given that
yeah, I was gonna say,
Harry Potter is owned by Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, yeah.
So, you want to know how much time has passed since the first
like
Narnia film in Narnia?
It's something like 200 years, isn't it?
900.
Oh, shit.
Aww.
It's a little baby. It's all wet. Where's the umbilical cord?
I think they might have cut it.
Already.
Therefore, Prince Caspian must die. I really like Miraz.
I'll say this.
Stormtrooper.
I'll say this about the way the Narnia films look. They completely outstrip all of, like, the recent Disney medieval films.
Yeah.
It's quite odd. Although I suppose, like, the shift in the way Disney has made movies since this film came out would account for that. But at the same time, like, you just have... Dumbledore, what are you doing here?
Hello, Caspian, as played by Ben Barnes.
Yes. That's, Jigsaw from The Punisher.
He is sporting a very fake accent in this, because a lot of the Telmarines have like a Spanish motif going.
must escape through a wardrobe. Ooh, nice attention to detail with the foot. Stepping sideways means that you encounter more of the sole of your foot, and therefore make less noise.
Yep. God damn it, we hit a fluffed pillow.
The costuming also looks better than, like, the latter-day Harry Potter films, where they were basically just wearing barely modified street clothes at time.
I think this, I think this ended up coming out a year after, Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah, I remember Goblet of Fire had some of the worst costumes I've seen. Because basically it's just Muggle athletic wear in like half the fucking movie. We'll get to that.
Walt Disney and Walden Media present Fireworks in the Distance. A Mark Johnson production. An Andrew Adamson film based on the book by C.S. Lewis. And there's our title card.
I had to briefly unplug there, but we didn't miss a whole lot.
Right. Some people prefer it when Ben Barnes was speaking with his real old dialect in Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Ah, Peter Dinklage.
Hey, Peter Dinklage. Before he ruined things for his fellow midgets.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's the reason why the dwarves in the Snow White remake are horrible CGI monstrosities, as opposed to actual dwarves.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dinklage.
Yeah, Hornswoggle said it best. It was like you know, they would have had to cast 7.
Warwick Davis is also in this.
They would have had to cast 7 midgets. Each of those midgets needed a stunt double and a stand-in, potentially. So that's another 14 people who aren't fucking employed because of that.
Ari Gregson Williams, who, in the same year, Alex, in the same goddamn year, did Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yep.
That man was busy!
Hey guys, you remember riding actual animals in actual locations?
Yeah.
And not having horrible CGI abominations?
Doug Walker has gone on record to say that this film was better than the first Narnia movie. He also really likes some of the Game of Thrones-esque stuff that goes on in this film.
Yeah.
Which is funny, given that Peter Dinklage is in it. Oh, nice job, Caspian. Nice job. Our titular hero, ladies and gentlemen.
God damn it. Horse, stop. Come back! Oh, Marcus and McFeely.
God damn you.
Marcus and McFeely worked on this.
Yeah, they've worked on all the Narnia movies.
No.
It's like, oh, that was painful. That was very painful.
Look how nice this looks.
And there's Tyrion Lannister.
And there's Warwick
Yeah, it's
Davis.
funny that Warwick Davis was... Yeah, it's funny how Warwick Davis was also... Oh, in Harry Potter before this.
Yes.
Ricola! Ow! Meanwhile... Hi, Lucy. So, meanwhile, in London, it's been a year. So, all the Pevensey children are at a school.
Mm-hmm.
All where they seemed, share in the same same type of uniform. This scene was kind of added in to showcase that, to kind of foreshadow a bit of Susan's fate later down the line, because...
And then that movie never got made.
Pity. I'm sure Walden Media would have made it better, her last battle, all than C.S. Lewis.
I have a feeling they probably would have made a better last battle than Netflix will.
Put the paper down, we gotta go... I'll help our brothers before they get their asses kicked. Oh, look, a lion statue. Fight! 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 Fight!
We're all run a private school fight club. We don't talk about private school fight club.
Susan's like, really, Peter? You're doing this again?
Oh, come on.
Oh, hi, Edmund.
If you got that good of a takedown, you shouldn't be letting anybody get a upper hand on you.
So Edmund and Peter are going to, I believe, an all-boys school.
Yes.
Oh, and Susan and Lucy are going to an all-girls school.
And here, if I'm not mistaken, they had to...
Sure, you did.
They had to reshoot a bunch of Edmund's scenes throughout this film, because he kept growing.
Well, that's the trouble with child actors.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 3 years since the last film. And these 4 actors who have played the Pevensey kids won't really go on to do any more acting. They've kind of moved on to better pastures, especially with Skandar Keens.
3 years between films, and it's supposed to be a year. That's a worse timing than the Harry Potter films. The Harry Potter films at least came out every 2 years for the most part.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the Hogwarts Express.
At the very least, there would only be a 2-year gap between this movie and Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I wonder if these kids ever talked about that one time a Middle Eastern boy came along with a talking horse. Some people don't like to talk about the boy and his horse just because of its depiction of Middle Eastern people.
I remember when I was a kid reading... Now, this is not the way this sequence went in the book, strictly. But it is quite similar in that when I was a kid and I first read the book, Prince Caspian, I had no clue what the fuck was going on at the start.
At the very least, the film conveys it a bit better.
I was just like, wow! And there's this whole sequence that I was like, I'm trying to figure out what the hell C.S. Lewis means by a torch. Is he talking about an actual electric stick?
No, he's talking about a flashlight.
It's like, no, it's a fucking flashlight.
I love this reprise of the evacuating London theme. And people thought that the Digimon on that the digital world's timeline I'm is very confusing.
Hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, nearly 1,000 years later, and this is what remains of Care Paravel. Kind of sad, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Kind of reminds me of, the ruins of King Herod's castle, but with more greenery and less sand.
I've seen some of the bloopers for this movie, and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of funny. It's not as funny as the first movie's bloopers, but still pretty good.
You did. Look at that. It's part of our chess set.
Seriously, wait. I think so, Alex. I think that for when we do Voyage of the John Treader, we gotta have Adam Warlock's face over a certain scrub.
Okay.
Because we know why.
Mm-hmm. Will Poulter.
Who actually fondly remembers his Voyage of the Dawn Treader? Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Meanwhile, at Sauron's castle, the fires of Mordor. God, this man has villain written all over him. He's got the bowl cut, but not. He's got the mustache. He's got the fucking pointy beard. Who's that?
So Miraz is played by Sergio Castellito.
Okay. Who's the other guy? He was just talking
the other guy?
to. Yeah. Guy on the right. Him. He reminds me of somebody, but I can't tell what his name is.
Give me one sec. I believe it's Lord Seposian and Lord Glozell.
Okay.
Or
who's the actor?
The actor who I believe is I believe both the actors are played by Damien Alcazar and Pier Francisco O'Favino.
Rings a bell, but only kind of.
But yeah, I find it interesting. I find it interesting that Disney ended up going with a more Spanish motif for the Telmarines. More Spain Spanish than, Mexican Spanish.
Obviously.
Because there is a difference.
European empires. It'd be very unusual if you went to Spain and found a lot of Mexican people. Resident Evil 4.
Oh my god, it's a fucking dwarf! I'm sure if you've seen that one movie with Steve Buscemi, you know what I'm referencing.
He's so short!
Peter Dinklage was actually in that movie.
Hmm.
They're like, you only know it's a dream because there's a fucking dwarf in there. So, how do you think Griffith would attempt to dethrone Mehvies?
Cut off his head.
Okay.
Fuck his wife. In no particular order.
Okay. Okay, what I was thinking is more along the lines of Griffith actually trying to find a reason, and that is that gains favor for him while making Mehvies look bad.
Frame Mehvies for his own attempted murder.
Not like that. You know damn well what I mean. Like, look at what happened with Julius.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Expose that Mehvies actually tried to have him killed.
Somebody commented on our Sonic the Bridge Hog reaction saying that you talk on too much over, and I'm like, no, we talk over each other.
I mean, it's a React video. If we weren't talking, there would be something wrong.
Yes. It would defeat the purpose.
No. And besides, we were laughing at the jokes anyways.
Yeah. I like how Peter is immediately thinking, let's make a makeshift torch. And Edmund's like, you idiot, what are you doing?
I want to get out of these stupid English schoolboy clothes as quickly as possible and back into my actual... Yep.
Yeah, that's the flashlight he had on him in that Narnia Lord of the Rings crossover fic I mentioned. They genuinely thought he was magic. They genuinely thought that he was magic to, like, Gandalf. They're like, the fuck are you talking about, man?
I believe that there's simple chemistry at work, yeah. You put nickel and cadmium inside those cells and shake them up and then, boom, electricity. Gandalf, why are you talking bollocks again?
Somehow. I presume the horses must have left.
The dust around here is so sticky, you can't do that. It has like this static cling to it almost.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but this is like...
It's also like really humid where I live, so...
Yeah. That's sad. Lucy, I hate to tell you this, but You will meet Mr. Tumnus again, but you're gonna have to die. I can't really sugarcoat that. It's like he's making me very uncomfortable.
I'm going to fucking kill you. At my first opportunity, the second I... What?
Susan.
God damn it, Susan!
Very poor choice of words.
Very poor choice of words there, Susan Pevensey.
They gave Susan a couple more like action bits here and there, or in this movie as opposed to the book. Because the producers kind of figured like if she was just gonna be, you know, woman, then they might as well have just given him then they might as well have just given her like a frying pan and whatnot.
England.
What is this England of which you speak of? Seriously? We're screwed. Could have left that part out. Edmund be like, okay, you want me to fight him? I'll do it.
Here, you'll even get a reach advantage. Now you better not chip my bloody sword or I'll chip your damn head. Ooh. That's some good swordplay there.
Yeah.
Where was this in the Star Wars sequels, Disney?
Yeah. No. No, I don't want to dream of My Little Pony. Friendship is... What? Where's Fluttershy?
I must be an android
And
because I
Twilight
keep
Sparkle.
dreaming of electric sheep.
Techno Lamb.
Almost. that a giant key?
So, Truffle Hunter is voiced by Ken Stott.
Huh. You know, the Badger looks so much better than Stitch does in the Lilo and Stitch remake.
How surprising!
Just look at how expressive he is, at how like not fucked up looking his face is.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom...
Why, Professor Hagrid, you have every book in here. What? If you have all these books, why do I pay for your Kindle Unlimited subscription? Because you wanted a Kindle Unlimited subscription. And you wanted to pin it on me.
Vincent Grass is Dr. Cornelius. He is half dwarf.
Huh.
Ooh, with whimsy. Not that it didn't stop him in the books.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay then. It's not good enough.
That's not good enough.
William Turner. Says William Turner.
That's not good enough.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a lion god by the name of Lion Christ Superstar, otherwise known as Aslan. Like, wait, why is he called Lion Christ Superstar? Don't worry about that detail. Come on, let's be real here. That would have been a funny parody bit.
Oh yes, much funnier than anything. Whatever. What? Who are the Seltzer and Friedberg? There we go. Seltzer and Friedberg came up with.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't abandon you. We just got lost in the woods and had to come back to real life. I mean, yeah.
So the reason why, Ben Barnes actually modeled his fake Spanish accent after Mandy Patinkin's Inigo Montoya.
I was gonna say, I've played a couple of Spanish characters, and I did the same thing. That and Antonio Banderas in The Legend of Zorro.
I based my Spanish accent off of JB Blanc's fake accent, and when he does a Spanish-esque voice,
And then
like
of course
Bane.
there's yeah.
Oh, look, a bear. Lucy,
Put a bit
that
of,
may not be
put a bit of the
intelligible.
Spanish in your voice when you play Bane. Then you have my permission to die. Oh, these bears don't have Coca-Cola at all.
Nor do they have. Nor is that one hocked up on cocaine.
They want Dr. Pepper.
It's a polar bear that wants Coca-Cola.
Huh. Apparently Nicholas Hoult auditioned for the role of Caspian. Apparently Andrew Garfield was passed up because he wasn't handsome enough.
Funny how that's the criticism that some people give in regards to how he looks as Peter Parker.
Yeah, and it's like, he's too pretty as Spider-Man. It's like, okay, that's funny.
I can't even imagine and Caspian is played by anybody but Barnes, honestly.
I'm picturing... I'm now picturing just not Andrew Garfield in this suit, but Spider-Man with all of this on top of his super suit.
Oh, jeez. But then he'd be voiced by Yuri Lowenthal.
Damien Alcazar played Alberto Reyes in Blue Beetle.
Yes, the father whose heart attack was mandatory.
Pier Francisco Favino.
Or an emotional moment.
Oh, he was in Angels and Demons. That's where I would know him from. And Night at the Museum.
Yeah. Yeah, see, they even meant... Yeah, even in the movie they mentioned that the professor told him stories about Narnia.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that rule did not stop the professor from telling Caspian about Narnia.
Oh my god. Wikipedia needs to stop fucking advertising to me. Because the more they bug me about donating, the less likely I am to actually donate. Because it covered up half the fucking screen on my phone when I was trying to look up the cast for this movie. Oh, so they apparently are shooting this in New Zealand. So I was gonna say earlier, or it kind of looked like... It kind of looked to me like they were on the same beach that...
I'll take it, but I'm taking you with me. So, in terms of the voice of the mouse, Reepicheep is voiced by Eddie Izzard, or as they're now known these days, Susie Eddie Izzard.
You know, that's the it's the fucking Jim Sterling school of, you know... Yeah, whatever, I mean,
hey, strikes to the Achilles tendon will do quite a few things to these people. And the funny thing is that the funny thing is he's voiced by Simon Pegg in Voyage to the Dawn Treader, but that ended up being a vast improvement.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can hear that in this voice here, that Simon Pegg would be a good choice.
Yep, there's the centaurs. Meanwhile, sure. Worst part is my sisters both need GPSs to just us go to a number of locations, even though they've driven to them a number of times. I'm like, how do you have this bad at a sense of direction?
Go directly into Narnia, do not pass go, do not collect £200.
Well, damn. I guess he was right after all.
Oh, dear.
So yeah, that's kind of what 900 years would do to your land.
Yeah.
And I'm not
like, here's a scientific explanation. I know there's a scientific explanation. I'm just not happy about it.
No, he's not over there. Lucy, we don't have time for stress-induced hallucinations. I'll be right back.
Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm a dwarf. Do you think I could look any more stupid than I do now? No offense to the dwarf community. Just, kind of inherently funny. Tiny little man running along with a hammer, smashing rocks. Oh, that was a stock leopard growl sound effect. That would be a bad idea.
Hi, talking squirrel. By the way, Patterwig, the squirrel, is voiced by the film's composer.
Yes.
I kind of like Caspian's rousing bit here.
You have our swords.
And my axe.
And our bows.
Meanwhile, just imagine just imagine Deliver Us playing in the background is like, no more singing Prince of Egypt, you scum. Chop those trees down. Turn them into wood. Yeah, this definitely also does reek of Saruman.
Mm-hmm. You're shorter than Lucy. Oh dear, this is why I don't like being near the edge of things.
I like how out of everybody that was, I mean, when it came to believing Lucy, Edmund was the first one to come to her defense. Because he remembers what happened the last time. They were all skeptical. So how much of this movie did you see before you decided,
It wouldn't have been like I decided, It would have been more like it was late and they edit these films to take like 3 hours.
This film only takes like 2.5 hours.
I know, but ABC always used to edit all the Harry Potter movies so that they were like 3.5 hours sometimes with commercials. Like the early ones were 3 hours, and then they were like 3.5 hours with commercials. And this was no exception.
That was a whole crock of shit.
Yeah.
This is kind of why I prefer, or the way things are done nowadays, is despite cable TV still having some level of appeal. Mysteriously, only Lucy. While everybody else is dead tired. Oh, that's odd. The trees are actually speaking. They seemed silent earlier. Wow, and the trees are moving up and away.
Some of that was obviously imagery, but I wonder how much of that was like they built trees and then moved them on like hidden tracks. Because they would have had to for some of it.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. I had to.
Look at that. The CGI character is interacting with the humans.
It's all a dream.
In my dreams, it's still the same. Love is strong and still remains. No, it's a minotaur.
I hear he bakes fine cookies.
Ooh, nice little fight from the behind there, which is not something that we see in the Disney Star Wars films.
Susan's like, oh my.
I was.
Wow. And Susan's like, ooh la la.
All right, Despero.
Sadly, he's not played by Matthew Broderick.
Can I put my sword down now? My shoulder's starting to hurt.
Thank you.
You gonna make Caspian pick up his own blade? Yes, he is.
Seriously. Yeah, I have to. Seriously, the Minotaurs, I'm sure, make really sweet cookies.
Come to the Narnia side. We have cookies.
No, seriously, they're actually really tasty.
They're made with lots of milk. I like it when we used to get lines like that where it's like it can work as a joke, or it can work as, like, they don't try to make it into, like, every line into a witty quip, you know? It's like, the blame is mine. I know.
Bitch. Dude.
Make up a number if you have to.
Wow. That is straight up some Shan Yu levels of sadistic. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep. Ah.
I see. So we are a little bit rusty. Despite the fact that Susan was actually still very adept with her bow, and and Edmund was really good with the sword. He still demonstrated better swordplay than they did in the first movie.
Yes.
Which shows they haven't necessarily lost their touch.
I have no memory of this place.
Oh, Mr. Tumnus.
Ah, and the lamppost.
That was totally pulled out by Jadis.
Yeah.
When she was going full ham on people. She realized her magic didn't work in London, and it only applied to her gaining physical strength.
Tried to make her magic work in London. She's the wrong kind of witch for that.
You know, the only reason that Jadis was able to take over Narnia was because the tree that was supposed to protect the land ended up withering away and dying, while she continued to be physically ageless.
Hmm.
The apple she ate gave her immortality. She figured out to eat a second one because she knew that double immortality sounded stupid.
Screw you, I'm getting double immortality.
I still don't know where that's from outside of Helsing Ultimate Abridged.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Indeed. I don't know about that, Peter. We're definitely going to need Lion Christ Superstar for this one.
War machine, war machine, war machine.
To be fair, both sides do have a valid argument. Because sure, they could hold the Telmarines out for a long time, but they could play the waiting game.
Yes.
However, it's a risky move on its own to directly a strike.
They even have the Spanish conquistador helmets, too. It's a neat little detail.
Yep.
Stealth Griffin. Stealth Griffin is best Griffin.
Surprise,
to Gryffindor! Ah, Morse code.
Something seems weird around here, and I don't know why.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
You know, speaking of Metal Gear, you know what Johnny ended up doing when it came to doing the Sniper Wolf boss fight?
Yeah?
He did the same strategy I did, just cheese her with the Nikita, but he applied the Toy Story ARC theme from the game. See, it's little additions like Susan being a legitimate badass, that kind of make these movies really good.
You've seen Stealth... You've seen Stealth Griffin. Get ready for Stealth Minotaur.
And Stealth Warwick Davis.
Hello, I'm Warwick Davis.
And I'm here to kill you. A la Leprechaun style.
Speaking of Hornswoggle, he was in a Leprechaun movie. He might have been in a couple, I don't know. I just remember seeing the one poster. I have all the Leprechaun films, actually. Well, all the ones that were made up until a certain point. I've just never watched any of them.
Oh, there's a kitty cat.
Gotta be very careful or we're going to wake Garfield. We have to make sure that he gets his lasagna on time or he'll eat all of us instead. Hi, I'm the lockpicking lawyer, and today we're breaking into the professor's study. As you can see, just a straight bypass with the literal knife, not even the knife tool. And that concludes the demonstration. We're not going to check and see if it's a fluke, because, well, we're already inside.
Okay.
Alright, let's split up, gang. It's time to look for clues.
Okay, Susan, you and Prince Caspian will go investigate the bedroom over there.
Are you reading my mind? Maybe. Garfield, has Odie been tying you up again? Oh no, that was my throat. There's no blood on the floor because I am a zombie.
Yes.
You don't want to talk about irony. A single bit of irony would kill you. Falling from the irony board. Rescuing you, among other things. But Professor Tumblehagrid, we're taking over the kingdom.
Wait, what?
I plan to spot and kick him out of the tallest tower in the castle.
And he'll die like Hans Gruber did in Die Hard.
We're going to tell him we're going to count to 3 and then release him on 2 so that he screams very loudly. Get out of your bed, I want to fuck your wife.
Caspian got here before. Stay where you are, bitch.
There can be only one.
Damn, girl!
Oh, would you look at that? It's a Narnian standoff.
Seriously. Seriously, Miraz's wife is like, yeah, I'm not gonna stand by and let this happen. I'm gonna cap this bitch.
No, but it will make me feel a lot better. And that's all that really matters. Ooh. Nice little detail of the blood running down his neck as he approaches.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you can get when you've got real props, is that the blade wiggling.
Edmund. Oh, I love this little bit with the Telmarin guy. He's like, the hell is this? Oh, God! I'm blind!
I can see, I'm going blind. Sneak Edmund. I love how the pressure of the blade against his neck caused the blade to wiggle a little bit. Because that's the kind of thing you don't see in Disney films these days, because they don't use actual props.
Nope. Just hunt him with the flashlight.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to get another bulb. Somebody jump up and down on top of it if you have to.
Notice he doesn't give an answer.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I could see a little bit of his head clipping through the model of the archway there. But nowadays, you see stuff like that in every frame with a visual effect in it.
Yep.
Like in the new Superman movie, where the engineer's hand just clips through Kal-El's face at the end.
Which, by the way, if you really want to show for Warner Brothers, it's $30.
Yeah.
Ux Digital.
And you can only... And buying it digitally is the only place you're gonna get to see the fucking director's commentary and the deleted scenes. Because none of that is gonna be on the Blu-ray, even though they have more than enough space.
Which is stupid.
Yeah. Nobody's ripped the special features yet. There's like 1 million copies of the movie out there. But not
Damn, Susan, killing a guy by throwing an arrow at them? That's almost unheard of, to be honest.
That's some Oliver Queen shit right there.
Yeah. And some people would say that she's probably not that skilled an archer. I'm like, no, she's actually pretty good. Not today! Ah! Oh!
That was so fucking cool there. Like him jump, sliding, kicking the fucking door shut. Hell yeah. Bracing the blade with your hand for a close quarters shot. That's actually something that they did in real life.
Damn.
That's some cold ass shit there.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like Mirez.
Oh, hey, that is a solid steel flashlight. That's probably not going anywhere.
Yeah. No, Peter Dinklage!
It's raining dwarves!
Hallelujah!
Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's down the ground we go.
Catch it like a goddamn unit, you magnificent Minotaur, you! Yeah, maybe you should have done that sooner or later, you dumbass!
I knew we should have brought some of those guns the Americans use.
But they don't allow them in London.
Yeah. Actually, at this point in time, they did.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Minotaur Man, you could do it!
You
may have been allies
up until an incident that happened, I think it was in the early 90s, England had quite the thriving gun culture.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Well, Caspian at least brought some horses.
Yeah. It's odd, though, you know, because England can't seem to get rid of their persistent crime problem, no matter how much they outlaw. It's like, oh, you're not allowed to carry a fucking butter knife in public anymore, or everything's got to have a rounded tip on it. As though a sharp piece of metal is particularly difficult to create, you know?
Come on! No!
Ooh.
Oh, that's brutal. Oh, God, it's like we're being forced to watch an execution.
Oh. That's one of the same sound effects they used for Epona back in the day. Meow. That one.
And this is like a sad rendition of the battle theme from Narnia. Seriously, Harry Gregson Williams did some great recurring motifs. Oh man, that's haunting. See. This is gonna haunt her, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were watching this, how far did you get?
It's been quite a while, but I think I think we might have stopped around that point.
Look, people. Look, ladies. You both fucked up. Own it. Own up to it. And deal with it. Yeah, right about that. I kind of like him. am warming up to Lucy. Oh, the bridge is finally finished. The angles on this. And once more, the score. Remember when in films used to have actually a unique and interesting scores?
As opposed to just recycling the same handfuls of Steve Jablonsky, Hans Zimmer, Gregson Williams,
John Williams,
temp tracks that get turned into the same handful of nonsense over and over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this was back when a lot of composers, even in the Gregson Williams brother, put a lot of effort and care into the music. Not really. They still have a chance. It's just now we gotta wait them out. By the way, Alex, this scene is actually a plot point that was in the book but wasn't expanded upon in it. Because guess who they're gonna attempt to try to bring into this?
That's a good question.
Hello. Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka.
Get the fuck out of my dungeon, Harpy Lady.
Oh, you know whose scepter that is?
Yes. It's
So
the bitch.
book. So the book ended up had a brief bit of bit discussing the potential resurrection of Jadis, but they were like, "Yeah, no, we're not going through with that." The movie, however, actually makes an attempt to bring her back. And yes, they brought back Tilda Swinton. Oh, the effects on this are really good. Oh, that's a crock of shit. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, another reprise of the battle theme from the first Narnia film.
What is that creature, anyways?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up.
It looks like a werewolf, almost.
Damn, Lucy, you were almost gonna kill Warwick Davis.
Written and directed by Peter Jackson.
Oh! Come on.
I mean, I'll have to get my pants off, but for you, honey, anything.
Not a drop of that.
Well, you have to be more specific. You said come one drop. I mean, I'm sure I could do more.
Yeah, Edmund is not having any of that shit.
Yeah, Edmund's like, fuck you.
Edmund's like, yeah,
Go
I
back
know
to
too
whence
much.
You came.
He knows too well. Oh, that her deals are bullshit. Oh no, we're grateful, Edmund. Really, we are. You are the goat.
God, that's such a cool piece of imagery too, right there.
Yep.
It was like through the archway she would have returned is the image of Aslan.
Yep. Now that's left is preparations for what would be the last battle in this film. Not the last battle.
Yeah, not the book, yes.
So I find it interesting how the last how A Voyage to the Dawn Treader or the Silver Chair and the last battle all have Eustace as one of the main characters to go into Narnia. Because I feel like Eustace did get better with time, but the thing is that he didn't really get any wiser. If that makes any sense to you.
Yeah.
Like he may be smart, but he's not wise. There's a world of difference between the two. Like, if he were wise, he would have been able to deduce that the old man and that commanded them to go find his son was actually Prince Caspian. Eustace was quite devastated when he found out too late that the old man that had told him to do that task was Caspian. I would have been saddened too.
Yeah. Give me a sign.
Yeah, we got an army outside our front door.
Oh dear. The angry face men are attacking.
I like how it first starts out like, oh, we're gonna attack immediately, but then they're like, no, we're gonna let them give a chance. We're gonna give them a sporting chance.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the bear could actually talk.
Did you simply forget how to talk earlier?
No, that was a different bear.
He was
I
on.
can assure you,
He liked a different kind of Coke. One that rhymes with pain.
one of these days you're gonna end up suggesting that we do the cocaine bear. I swear to God, if we end up doing that movie, I'm just gonna be like, what are we watching right now?
Well, you know, before we do that movie, we should read the article it's based on, because it's not a very long article.
Thankfully, because realistically, the bear would have died to the severe overdose of cocaine. He wouldn't have gained superpowers like he's fucking Snowflame.
Bear Flame is ready.
God damn it, we're bringing that gag from Young Justice Abridged back, aren't we? Wow. King Edmund, my brother is the higher king. I am just, king. I mean, come on. Here's the thing. Yeah, that.
Brave Sir Robin ran away.
Wow. Everybody is practically goading Miraz into this whole shindig.
Mm.
I mean, his penmanship was actually pretty good. So that would already instill a bit of confidence in his sword play. What kind of pickup line is that, Susan?
That's strange. There's a wet trail leading across the floor. Oh. Oh.
Oh my god. You want to know something, Alex?
Yeah?
I kind of wish any of the 3D... Either of the first two 3DS Fire Emblem games had a scene, had a thing like this, where the fight would be strictly between the two leaders.
That would have been neat, yeah. You know what they should have done? They should have made, like, a Chronicles of Narnia strategy game.
Yeah, but no, they ended up making a stupid action game out of Prince Caspian.
I mean, you can make
it. It's lame.
It was like you could make, like, a Devil May Cry-esque action game, or...
They didn't!
Yeah, that's where I was going. It was like... They didn't... You know, it was... If I remember correctly, it was, like, what? A lame Legend of Zelda knockoff?
Not really, no.
Okay,
it was
okay,
a two-player. It was a two-player beat 'em up.
Oh, so it was. What game am I thinking of then?
I don't know.
There was some fantasy. There was some fantasy game that I thought was a movie tie-in around this time that had like it looked like a bad Legend of Zelda clone. It might not have been a movie tie-in, actually. I have the game based on this movie.
Oh. There are badass one-liners all over this.
There can be only one.
Oh, nice match cut.
That was something I used to do all the time. I didn't have a buckler shield, but a good attack with a shield will throw people off. I used to bust swords all the time with my shield.
Hey, Twilight Princess kind of gave some good ideas to how a shield bash should be done.
Well, my dad made a shield out of like 3 layers of thick plywood that he glued together, and then he cut a shield shape out of, and he strapped leather straps to the inside. And all the other ones, all the other shields were like a single piece of plywood.
Looks like Susan's gonna be doing some badassery here.
And the swords were practically made out of balsa wood, so if you hit them right with like a decent sword, man, there were splinters fucking everywhere.
Written and directed by Zack Snyder. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Can X, one of you land closer to me with that crossbow? I'm going to need it. I'm almost out of arrows.
Hey, Caspian's here. Hey, I'll give her credit where it's due. She did try. And at least Peter is doing way better in this sword fight than he did against Jadis. Because let's put it this way. With Jadis, he was an amateur. Here, he actually is good at sword fighting. And at least he's against somebody who is human. Because, you know, Jadis was practically superhuman.
Mm-hmm.
It's cited in the books that
Hell yeah.
that Jadis's knife throws were were so fast that it looked like she was throwing 3.
Ooh.
Ow.
That hurts. Get on top, ground and pound.
See, Alex, that would be something that would happen if this were like a Metal Gear Solid 3 CQC fight. Okay, then. See, that actually makes sense. And it's because they're like, okay, we'll reconvene later. But for right now...
you can tell which leg he got cut on, too, because he's limping.
Yep. Peter's smart in that regard. You gotta look strong for the others.
Reminded of Hide the Pain Harold. That is not comforting.
Ugh. Flying a turkey net like that is...
You could have applied the bandage a little lighter. I don't need a stabbing pain in my right leg.
Alright, here we go.
Well, if you die in Narnia, you die in real life.
Oh! Edmund applied a good technique to relocate his shoulder.
Yep. Makes more sense than it did and I'm resigned to stop banging on about that until the fucking review comes out.
Oh, we're not gonna need the helmets, no.
I've got most of the audio edited.
You know, I have to wonder if in some way the people that were doing the Berserk Golden Age arc film trilogy were somewhat inspired by how visceral this action scene was for Guts versus Boscone.
God, this is so good. They're making use of the environment, the fact that they're both hurt and having to...
Oh yeah! Nice!
That was Connie Basami right there.
Was straight.
I broke my toe doing that.
Yeah, that's something I feel... I remember first time I saw that was in Street Fighter the movie, where Guile did that to Bison.
Ooh! I wonder if he actually did just hit the camera there.
Now it's a straight up fist fight.
The only weapon still in play is the shield. Oh yeah!
Joint lock.
Get that shoulder twisting. Oh man, if he hadn't been able to get that twist out of there, he would have been able to ram him head first in, and that is the importance of a full suit of armor. Oh yeah!
Targeting the hurt leg. Hey, look, we may be here to win, but we're going to do this the honorable way.
Give me my sword back.
Oh, never mind.
Perfectly valid tactic, especially considering he had armored gloves on.
Yep.
God! Such great attention to detail here. No blood on the sword.
Yeah, that's always kind of the strange thing about some of these movies.
Well,
like,
it is a
obviously, this is...
PG-13.
I could have sworn it was PG.
Eh.
Give me 1 second.
Well, you know, in the end, there can be only one.
Yeah, it was rated PG.
I remember
Peter's
there
like,
being...
look,
I remember
I'm
there
not
being
gonna be,
more blood and G films back in the day.
Then
Then again,
look at it this way.
some of them were animated.
Yeah, those were animated. This is live action. Yeah. I like how Peter was like, no, you got the right.
To the fires of Mount Doom with you.
Obviously, with him sitting on the throne. Oh!
Ooh, and he used one of Susan's arrows to do it.
Yep. Just to make it look like they did it.
Treachery? What? But... I mean, we very well probably should have at this point, but, you know.
Oh! Nice way to cut away
one.
from the decapitation. They may be without a king, but they aren't without a commanding officer.
Trebuchets. With a certain amount of distance between them and the opposing army. Caught that, Game of Thrones Season 8.
This movie is more Game of Thrones than actual Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones Season 8 is a travesty.
And not the porn parts of Game of Thrones, because that would be a little bit odd.
Yeah.
Because I don't think C.S. Lewis had the writing chops to make a sex scene work. he's obviously he was obviously no Miura. And notice that only the Vanguard is attacking.
Mm-hmm.
This is again and something that that was applied in the Battle of Doldry, where only the Vanguard of the Band of the Hawk attacked. I know I keep bringing up that famous battle from the Golden Age arc, but it's just, it was so damn good. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. It's like how the Battle of Helm's Deep is used as something of a standard for medieval sieges in fiction.
I love that. Another neat detail of one of the arrows actually getting clipped by the cat.
Yeah.
By the and the catapult. Reaper Cheap looks so silly in the armor. Yeah, all you guys are going to accomplish doing is wiping out the Vanguard. You still got a whole ass army behind you. And them.
Oh, that was a hit straight to the eye.
Yep. Yeah, guys, you only took out the Vanguard. You still got that whole ass part of the army left.
We do still have quite the advantage at this point. But that may rapidly decline if we don't play our cards right.
Oh no. Ah.
Ooh. Excuse me.
Well, we can't exactly retreat. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Well, there goes their escape route. Which means they gotta make their stand here. Well, at least she had somewhere safe to land. Yet another reprisal of a recurring motif. Peter just comes in with a Spartan kick. Meanwhile, another recurring motif. Oh,
Oh my. Just got sick by the little girl's attack lion.
Yep. Aslan, we love you, man. That's so cute. Oh, now the foliage is going to wake up. Ow! Oh!
And for engaging the ancient crime of dwarf punching, he is sentenced to knifey face.
Yep. They're making quite the last stand here.
I like how there's the approaching army as well as the remnants of the vanguard. So the remnants of the vanguard are stragglers, and they're like fighting around with the individual members. Oh, phalanx formation. That's some Spartan shit there.
Drop kick.
But you have the oncoming army, and they're not splitting ranks at all.
Yeah, this is what happens when you piss off Mother Nature.
Well, that's a broken neck.
Yeah, it looks like the trees are finally helping out.
It is time for you to die, little orc. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, look at them.
I'm going to have a lie down now.
Oh, that face in the leaves. Yeah, this is also literally Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
And all the army is stopped by one little girl. Try me, bitch.
She pulls out the tiniest knife. Like how he turns around and is like, I guess this is a trick. Oh dear.
Yep. And yeah, you guys aren't taking Aslan.
Fuck it, we're overcommitted.
Like, what the hell is going on with the water, man?
Ooh, oh dear. Poseidon, is that you?
Yeah, this was kind of spoiled in the trailers of the movie, but it was still an amazing visual to see in it.
I believe it.
Oh.
So much for a bridge over troubled water, eh, Simon and Garfunkel? Now, are you Simon or Garfunkel?
Yummy. How is that described in the book?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've read these books. I just remember... It's funny seeing the water spirit just headbutt the fuck out of him. As he's charging towards it with his sword, is like, what do you think? You think you're gonna attack the water with your sword? Who are you, Caligula?
I mean, Caligula did get his comeuppance.
Yeah. Malcolm McDowell isn't in these films, is he?
No. Quite literally all of you, because you're one of them, Caspian. Come on, get up. No, Reepicheep. He was such a beloved character.
Oh dear. Somebody do mouse CPR.
Oh, don't worry, he's alive. He's just barely breathing.
Praying to a god that he does believe in because he's standing right next to him.
Yep.
Oh, can you Stop. Yeah, it is. My enormous humility, for I am the most humblest.
Yes. Yes, I very much do. Really?
Oh. Is it a giant island called America?
Hmm. About that. I mean, Peter and Susan aren't, but yeah. You know what was the reason for Prince Caspian going on his journey, aboard the Dawn Treader, right?
Unfortunately, I only I'm realizing as I go through this that I only vaguely remember the Narnia books.
Well, at least you got a couple weeks to catch up.
Yeah.
So, Caspian goes on the Dawn Treader to fulfill a promise he made to find the other 7 Telmarine lords that have been scattered across the sea.
Okay.
And here's also another book exclusive moment, or a movie exclusive moment. Susan's like, well, if I'm not coming back, I might as well get at one in while I can.
Caspian, Caspian, I thought you were cool, and then you kissed my sister. How could you do that? She's... Huh.
Oh. And now they're back in their school uniforms, as though nothing happened. Phyllis. They're like, oh, right, we gotta grab our things. That's funny.
That line is directly from the book, by the way, word for word. Like, as they're boarding the train, he says, hope we can get back soon. Ah, man.
This easily gets like a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh yeah, like this is the kind of thing where like every little bit of it I can appreciate the craft that went into it. It's beautiful seeing stuff like this. And then, you see how things have decayed in the time since then. But,
Yep.
We'll always have the good old days.
At the very least, even if the Dawn Treader is not as visually stunning as this or the previous film, it still does really good with the visuals. And that'll be the time when 20th Century Fox will have owned the rights to Narnia. So until then, we will see you. So until then, we will see you tomorrow for the Beyond of Batman.
Yes. Till then, bye everybody.